chance to be ruthless.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yourself, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Make some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I will get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Imagine Live from the Dojo, Chapter 277. The subtitle for this evening's program, What Would You Do? Our Chief Executive Officer here at Imagine Wrestling, Kato, has been put in an absolutely impossible situation at the hands of the Gavel David Lawless. If Kato wins the match against the Gavel David Lawless this Saturday on December the 13th, one member of the Imagine roster that Kato happens to look at as his very own son, Gorgeous Gregory, will lose his career at Imagine, whereas if Kato loses that match against the Gavel David Lawless on Saturday, 100% of Imagine Wrestling will be forfeited over to the Gavel David Lawless, which will make every single employee's life here at Imagine Wrestling absolute hell. I am going to pose the question, what would you do if you were in Kato's position, to every single person present here this night? We are going to hear from the heavyweight champion, All That Braden Elliott, the Shape Jake Wiley is going to weigh in. We are going to hear from the returning world beater Chris Coleman. The man they call Direwolf will also weigh in, and Jimmy the High Flying Hippie will give his thoughts and opinions on that subject. And we have two huge matchups here this evening. In the first, former Imagine Live champion extraordinary Xavier Deuce will go one-on-one against current Imagine Live champion, the Battle Buck Magnus Knox, in an Imagine Live championship title matchup here this evening. And in a non-title matchup, the unlikely tag team of Gorgeous Gregory and the low-life James Ross will take on the father and son team of the Enigma Lucio DeVere and the Sideshow Psycho Malachi Gage, the current Imagine Tag Team Champions, the special attraction. This is absolutely going to be one of those shows you're not going to want to miss. Imagine Live from the Dojo starts now.
Hello, Imagination, and welcome to another edition of Imagine Live, Chapter 277. I'm your host, Mike Zeke, accompanied by my co-host, as always, Jimmy, the high-flying hippie. Jimmy, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm all right, Mike Zeke. I'm okay. It's me, the guru of woohoo. I'm not here. I'm not going to bore you talking about my tire or that Lucio DeVere gets high off the fumes from his own face paint.
You think it's the Joe?
Probably.
Yeah. You know, we started this telecast here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, with my good buddy DC Bentley talking about what would you do. Kato is being faced with a very tumultuous decision here. And, you know, my biggest question is, what's it mean for myself and my broadcast colleague here if, you know, David Lawless is victorious this Saturday? Am I going to have a job next week? Is Jimmy going to have a job next week? You know, I have job security now with Kato at the helm. Don't know really what to expect with David Lawless. I mean, if the last 6 months has taught us anything, he'll do whatever he has to do to get the advantage and to make sure he comes out smelling like roses and everybody else smells like, you know. But, yeah, man, I'm indifferent about it. Kato has been a mentor to me and has been in my life since I was 16 years old. I got started in the professional wrestling business when I was 16. So having seen him, you know, leave and having to, you know, listen to a new boss that's coming in with new, fresh ideas, like on paper, it might seem like it's cool, but we know what kind of job we're in store for if old David Lawless Esquire gets control of Imagine Wrestling. So if you haven't gotten your tickets for this Saturday yet, make sure you get them and you're in the house to support Cato and support Imagine Wrestling. That's all I really have to say about the matter.
I'll speak a little bit later on it. I'm not going to eat up any more of this time, but I don't always listen to the current administration all the time. But
that's true. Yeah, but we got a job to do. We're professionals, so why don't we send it to my good buddy DC Bentley for the first match of the night? DC, take it away, buddy.
All right, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Jimmy. Ladies and gentlemen of the Imagination, keep in mind that December the 13th is only 3 days away. And, hey, what would you do? Well, you better not miss out on an opportunity to see Santa Claus. He'll be in the house, and those tickets are only $10. But, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to any of that action on Saturday, the following contest is scheduled for one fall, has a 20-minute time limit, and is for the Imagine Live Championship title. Introducing first, your challenger and former Imagine Live champion. He's from right here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. He is extraordinary, Xavier Deuce. All right. Good to see you as always, extraordinary Xavier Deuce. I got to ask you not only about your opportunity to regain your Imagine Live Championship title here this evening, but also, what would you do if you yourself were in the same position as Cato?
That to give it answer, but I have to better be focused on the match. That my future is coming on. Hey, Cato, hope you win.
All right. A man, a few words. I like that. Extraordinary Xavier Deuce. And now, this is the current Imagine Live from the Dojo champion. He is from Slippery Rock, Pennsylvania. He is the Battle Bucks, Magnus Knox. Uh-oh. All right, Magnus, champ, I gotta say, you have your hands full with a former Imagine Live from the Dojo champion. I'm going to ask you about that, but also I do want to ask you the very same question I posed to extraordinary Xavier Deuce. What would you do were you in the same position as our chief executive officer here at Imagine Wrestling, Cato?
DC, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm not Cato. I don't really care who wins. The only thing I care is that there will be carnage, there will be chaos. May the strongest person win, because that's how nature intends it. The strong win, they thrive, they survive. The weak, they die. And tonight, Xavier Deuce is the weak. He will die when he steps in the ring with me, the strong Battle Buck, Magnus Knox. And when I'm done, everyone's going to know why they fear the deer.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was your current Imagine Live from the Dojo champion, the Battle Buck Magnus Knox. He is going to go one-on-one against extraordinary Xavier Deuce for that title right after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back with Chapter 277's first match of the evening, and it is for that beautiful Central Pennsylvania, cut that part out. That is the Imagine Live Championship, held by the Battle Buck, and currently held by referee John Williams, showing to former champion Xavier Deuce.
Referee John Williams, a referee that counts pins but not calories, will be your official for this match.
There's the bell. There we go. Nice call on elbow tie up here. Xavier Deuce looking to regain the title that he lost.
Real aggressive here right out of the gate. Both men jockeying for position.
Nice reversal there. What does Xavier Deuce got to do? I mean, it's a nice chin lock he's got in there. Sleeper. I mean, he's got to stay active, I think, with Battle Buck here, because for weeks now, since he's changed his moniker, this Battle Buck formation that he's transformed into. He's mugging guys in there, man.
He really is. I think there's a big shoulder tackle on a large dude, but this transformation's been what made him the complete package now. Not just a wrestler, but a very, very good striker. As he eats a strike right there from Xavier Deuce to the mid.
Look at that.
Big suplex, followed by a kip up. Xavier Deuce, who has more energy than this guy?
There's that uppercut in the corner. Big splash from Xavier Deuce. That was
Xavier,
extraordinary.
he's fired up tonight, Mike Zeke.
Big scoop slam.
Tries to put him through the ring.
Yeah. Oh, Battle Buck trying to. Trying everything and anything to get away from Xavier Deuce with a Samoan drop, going for the pin. 1, 2, just a 2 count.
Great hook of the leg, grapevine the other one there. Great cover by Xavier Deuce. That's the type of pin that'll win a match.
Oh, now he's going to the outside on the apron here. Oh! Pulling Xavier Deuce across the top rope there, just choking him. Followed up with a big clothesline.
Battle Buck is seething mad, Mike Zeke.
And those primal instincts now just driving the point of his elbow to the side of the head. Xavier Deuce, a little bit of an unorthodox pin there. Referee John Williams said, not both shoulders down. Good referee in there.
Now here comes the ground and pound game of Magnus Knox. This is what I said earlier about him being the complete package, really upping his striking game with top tier grappling. In MMA, this guy would be a champion, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, I want to call that the battle roll.
The battle roll.
Battle Buck has a battle roll.
Right.
It's almost like a ritual stance. Like I haven't quite figured it out. You know, the headpiece, the horn, everything. It's very, I mean, I don't want to talk out of line here, but, you know, it's very spiritual in nature, you know, and him being, you know,
Outside all that jocularity, that's an old school neck crank there, Magnus Knox. Cranking that head side.
Oh!
What an outside STO trip. More strikes from Magnus Knox.
There's that jumping forward. He loves to use that too.
I think you described it best, Mike Zeke, with the primal instincts of Magnus Knox finally coming out, finally discovering who he is, or who he thinks he is anyhow.
Maybe he's just finally embracing who he truly is supposed to be.
Perhaps. Either way, he's a more complete package, and as he rains down strikes on Xavier Deuce here, he can be a real threat here in Imagine Wrestling heading into the next year.
Yeah, I mean, 2026 can be anybody's year, and Battle Buck's certainly been showing us here why 2026 could be the year of Magnus Knox.
Catching an earful from John Williams there was the Battle Buck.
Big shoulder tackle from Magnus Knox. Just another 2 count.
Right here with the head scissors, almost like a triangle. After that shoulder tackle, Xavier Deuce not able to get his wind back before this holds applied, really getting him while he's vulnerable.
And he's got him dead center in the middle of the ring too, Jimmy. I do not like the ring positioning for Xavier Deuce here.
He's powering out of it.
He's trying.
Fist straight to the sternum.
Now looking for a cover here.
See them hammers to the sternum, they're having their effect. Xavier Deuce gasping for air. Oh, there's another kick right to that same midsection.
Now it's just mocking Xavier Deuce.
Right out here in front of us. Great shot by our camera crew here.
Yeah. Oh, man. Hard buckle into the corner. Oh! Xavier Deuce looks like he somewhat got out of that. Looks like he's just trying to work his way out.
A little bit of a train wreck.
Nobody home for Magnus Knox.
Xavier Deuce slow to his feet.
Clothesline from Xavier Deuce. And there's another one. Oh, Magnus reverses, swing and a miss. Big drop kick from Xavier Deuce, who is now firmly in control of this matchup.
A well-placed drop kick. Xavier Deuce is fired up. Still showing the wear, though, from the battle buck.
Man, what a primal cry. Wait a minute. Magnus Knox has the title. Come on!
Right in the face.
Yeah, a clear disqualification right in front of us. And now, tucking his tail and running is Magnus Knox. This is unbelievable.
He didn't even grab his antlers.
Unbelievable, dude. Now, back here at the desk, Mike, Zeke, Jimmy, the high-flying hippie. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been talking about it all night already. The fate of Imagine Wrestling hangs in the balance this Saturday. If you've not gotten your tickets, we're just 3 days away. Go to the website, get your tickets for the December 13th show, Volume 70, and be in the house for, potentially the biggest night in Imagine Wrestling history.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Back at the home court, fan appreciation night. Tickets half-priced, just $10.
And Santa will be there, so bring your kids out early, man. Come see Santa, and come see us at Imagine Wrestling.
And one way or another, it'll never be the same here again, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's very true. Now, as I ponder with what Jimmy just told me, let's send it to Lloyd in the spotlight. Lloyd.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are in the spotlight. And before I get to my first guest, I'd like to answer the question of the night. What would I do if I were Cato? You know, Cato, if you win, we're going to lose Gorgeous Gregory, and that's going to hurt. It's going to be like losing a brother. But you lose, we lose the whole family. So what would I do? I'd give him hell. My first guest of the evening is none other than this shape, Jake Wiley.
Hey, Lloyd.
Jake, thank you for joining me in the spotlight as opposed to your normal red light room. You have a big match this week.
Wait. What are you talking about?
The red.
What red room? I don't know what you're talking about, but continue.
Okay, you have a important match this weekend against Gorgeous Gregory. Tell us your thoughts going in this match.
Oh, well, that's easy. First off, Lloyd, you're shaking. Calm down. Everything's fine. Second off, Gorgeous Gregory and I go to battle yet again. But, Lloyd, I'm a big fan of history. How about you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I believe I was the first one to defeat Gorgeous Gregory here. And if my memory does serve me correctly, I believe I was the first ever Imagine Central Pennsylvania champion. Am I mistaken?
No.
Yeah. So this Saturday is not going to be much different. I'm going to walk in, and then I'm going to walk out the new Central Pennsylvania champion. Thanks for your time, Lloyd. I appreciate it.
Jake, wait. I just got to ask. What would you do if you were Cato? Jake, you're hurting my hand, Jake. Jake, you're hurting my hand.
Yeah, it's called pain. Embrace it, Lloyd. But the big question of the night, what would I do? Well, I mean, really, it's quite simple. Because it's a win-win for me. If David Lawless wins, then we get the glorious leadership that we've had for the past 6 months. Isn't that right, Lloyd? If Cato wins, then my Gorgeous Gregory problem is over. But what would I do? Well, it might not be too late, Lloyd. I got an idea. Maybe, just maybe, I can fix this. I can take Cato and I can take David Lawless and I can take them into a basement and then I can chain them there and we can work out the issues. What do you say about that? I'll be watching you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest of the evening, he is the Dire Wolf. Thank you for this time, Dire Wolf.
Break your hand.
So it's still a little painful after that.
That jerk.
The question of the night, what would you do if you were in Cato's boots?
You know, I've been hearing this all night, and I've been stewing. That question's been going over in my head. If I was in Cato's shoes, what would I do? Because Cato, he's not just fighting for Imagine Wrestling on December 13th. He's not just fighting for everything that's been built here over the last 6 years. He's also fighting for one of the biggest stars that we've ever had come out of this dojo. He's fighting for Cato's boy, Gorgeous Gregory. And that's a guy who in the back has given me some of the best advice I could hear, who's really worked with me as a young talent, wants to see everybody succeed. So whether or not Cato wins or loses, Jimmy the Himby, he said it best. Everything changes here in Imagine Wrestling going into 2026. But, you know, Lloyd, I got to fight too on December 13th. I can't stay focused on Cato too long. So, Cato, what I would do in your shoes, I would fight like hell, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do it against a different opponent in Marcus D'Angelo. And, you know, I have no ill will. I don't hate the guy. But something he said last time he was here, it irked me. You see, Marcus D'Angelo, he was here in the ring, and he acted like he was a bigger star than anybody here in Imagine. He said, has anybody heard of this place in France, in Italy, in Canada, all over the world? No, but they've heard of Marcus D'Angelo because he's some famous wrestling podcaster. I don't think those three words ever go together. But I'm going to be quite excited. I'm going to be tuning in. I'm going to be watching the Snake Pit and the Golden Era Network. I'm going to be listening to the Legends Ask Marcus D'Angelo question. They're going to flip the script. They're going to be asking, Marcus, why is your bald head all bruised and bandaged up? Marcus, why do you have a black eye? Why is you so somber? Why does the soul seem down? And you're just going to have to say it's because on December 13th, that Saturday night, I went to war with Dire Wolf, and this is all that came out. Thank you, Lloyd.
Thank you for this time, Dire Wolf. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my next guest of the evening, he is none other than the high-flying hippie, Jimmy. Jimmy, thank you for this time. Still look a little upset, but I want to get right to it. The question of the night, if you were in Cato's boots, how would you handle this situation?
That's a good question, Lloyd. Everything that we've built here, everything for better or worse that we've fought for, could be all gone. I think I agree with a statement that Ariel Wallace made in the chat that Gorgeous Gregory could be successful anywhere. Me? Under a David Lawless administration? I don't know how well that'll go for me here. So to answer your question, Lloyd, I don't know. I don't know what I'd do. But I know this. Regardless of whose name's on the deed, or who owns the company, pro wrestling belongs to the people. You can't buy it at the store, nor hold it in your hand. So while we all have our own issues, like me and Lucio DeVere, we got a much, much larger problem here. So Lucio DeVere, Malachi Gage, I'll be cool for the night. Cato's my trainer, one of the toughest people I know, and he's going to handle business this Saturday. So like him, I'll wait till Saturday, and I'll handle our business.
Speaking of Saturday, let's roll the tape with all the matches coming up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the spotlight. My next guest, he is the world beater, Chris Coleman. Chris, thank you for this time.
Absolutely.
You're hearing well. You look good. You look like you're ready to get back in the ring this Saturday.
Absolutely. 8.5 months. I was on the sidelines watching what was going on in Imagine Wrestling, watching Malachi Gage crow on and on about ending my career and moving on in his grand plan. That plan all stops this Saturday night. I'm going to show him what fear and doubt and pain really look like. He said last week that I wasn't here because I was afraid of him. No, I was afraid I would get our match canceled and lay my hands on him before December 13th. Make no mistake about it, Malachi Gage. I'm coming for a fight, and no one you put in front of me can stop me from coming for you. Anything else?
No, Chris, thank you for this time. Oh, one new question.
Okay.
If you were in Cato's boots, how would you handle this situation?
Well, a great man once said, to not give your best is to sacrifice the gift. And that's what older warriors like Cato and I and Jimmy still have, is the gift that we can go out there and wrestle in front of crowds like the Imagination over and over again and still fight the good fight, because that's what this is. David Lawless will destroy Imagine Wrestling. So if sacrifices need to be made to preserve the greater good, that is the duty of a warrior.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my last guest for the evening. He is the heavyweight champion. He is all that. Braden Elliott. Champ, thank you for this time. You have a match this Saturday against one of the most vicious opponents I've ever seen you get in the ring with. But before we get to him, what would you do if you were Cato, champ?
Well, the short answer is I would lace up a pair of boots, go to work, and work twice as hard.
But the long answer? So let me take you guys on a journey for a second. Because I'm at this place right now where the last 7 years of my life are flashing before my eyes. Because this is a place that I love. Much like everybody else here that you saw tonight. It's a place that we love. It's a place that we cherish. It's a place that we come because there's a brotherhood. Each and every single Wednesday night, each and every single Saturday that we walk into a building, whether it's Altoona, it's DuBois, it's Reynoldsville, you name the town, we'll be there. And we'll be there together. And we'll be there for you. And on Saturday, if I was Cato, I wouldn't walk in and wave a white flag and surrender. I'd walk in and make people remember just who the hell I am. I'd wave that blue and white flag with Imagine Wrestling printed right across the front. And I'm getting a little frustrated now. I'm getting a little flustered because now David Lawless has pushed all of my buttons. He pushed every single button of every single wrestler in the back. He's put a 6'4", 260-pound, big, bad, and mean man right in front of me. The natural Kanan Christopher. You were born with all of the gifts. You were born with everything to take this title the right way. So what I want you to do this Saturday, December 13th, is come and take this title the right way. Because I would hand it to you if you did. Okay, and I wasn't born with all the gifts that you have. But a lesson that Cato taught me a long time ago is to be the best version of yourself. And that version of myself, me and Cato, we're a lot alike when we're that version of ourselves. Because we'd work twice as hard, put on a pair of boots, and go to work. Because one day when they put me 6 feet in the ground, my tombstone will read, "He left nothing behind." Because I'm Braden Elliott, and I won't back down.
Mike, Jimmy.
Thank you, Lloyd. Man. Strong words from our heavyweight champion, Braden Elliott.
Man, a little unhappiness amongst the boys here. Braden Elliott getting a little emotional, as most of us are here, Mike Zeke.
And I appreciate him saying what he did because, we all love this place. So good luck this Saturday, champ. He's got a big test ahead of him in the natural Kanan Christopher.
His biggest test.
Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, on a lighter note, if you're looking for something that'll make you laugh and also some insight on wrestling, maybe check out the Bent Mike podcast. Myself and DC Bentley started a podcast 29 weeks ago. Episode 29 dropped today. And this episode's fairly special because we talk about our childhood federations, and that's what I'm going to label it as. But check out the podcast if you haven't. We're exclusively on Spotify. Hit us up, comment, like, subscribe. Thank you, Imagine Wrestling, for this time to speak on behalf of our podcast. Jimmy?
Yeah, another extension of the Imagine Wrestling universe here would be the Bent Mike podcast. I suggest you check it out. Also, if you've been to our shows, I'm sure you've seen it in the audience. You hear us talk about it every week. Flying Hippie Tie-Dye. We will be there this Saturday. Snowmen shirts, gingerbread men shirts in the house. Stop by the merch table. Get yours. Hit me up if you want to reserve a size early because these do sell out. Hit me up this Saturday, December 13th. Intermission before the show, whenever. Stop by the merchandise table.
So you have snowmen. Do you have snowflakes?
No snowflakes.
Okay. That might be okay.
There's too many of those these days.
I got a couple ideas. Wow. Well, I got a couple ideas for you. But ladies and gentlemen, not only will snowmen be in the house on tie-dye, but Santa Claus will be in the house. Again, bring your kiddos out early. Come meet Santa, who's going to stop by Volume 70 to share all the Christmas cheer and love. as we go into one of the biggest nights in Imagine Wrestling history. But yeah.
Half-price tickets, fan appreciation night. A great night to introduce someone to Imagine Wrestling who may have never been there before.
It's definitely going to be a December to remember.
Absolutely. Let's pack that place.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's send it to my buddy DC Bentley for the main event. DC.
All right. Thank you, Mike, and thank you, Jimmy. You know, I find it only appropriate that I myself answer that very same question that I asked every single person that was in attendance here this evening. I asked them, what would they do if they were in our chief executive officer here at Imagine Wrestling, Cato, position? Well, I'm going to say it to you like this. Implying that there is some choice infers that Cato has a defective character that I honestly do not believe that he possesses. You see, every single time he stepped in between these ropes of this squared circle, he has given absolutely nothing but his best effort to overcome whatever was in front of him. He did it for himself. He did it for his family. He did it for every single man, woman, and child in attendance. So what I believe that Cato will do is I believe he'll get in that ring on Saturday, December the 13th, and I believe that he'll do what he's always done, and he'll fight, and he'll fight, and he'll fight, and he'll fight like hell, just like he fought like hell to establish real wrestling here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. I do believe that he'll fight like hell to keep real wrestling right here in Altoona, Pennsylvania. Now, I'm not saying that Cato is going to win. I mean, I believe in Cato, but I am saying that I do not believe Cato capable of laying down and forfeiting a match to the Gavel David Lullis. I just don't see him doing it. I think that if he does win, it will be organic, and we will mourn the loss of Gorgeous Gregory, and if he does lose, well, that'll be organic as well, and we will mourn the loss of Imagine Wrestling, but I just don't believe that he would forfeit the welfare of every single member of the Imagine Wrestling roster to the benefit of one. And that doesn't matter who that one is. But now, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to our Imagine Wrestling live from the Dojo Chapter 277 main event. The following contest is a tag team rules match, is a non-title matchup, is scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, they are the team of the Low Life James Ross and the current Central Pennsylvania champion, Gorgeous Gregory.
Finally! I've been waiting to wrestle all night, DC.
And I finally remembered to announce you as the champ as well. Come on in here, gentlemen. I have questions for both of you. Obviously, Low Life James Ross, if I may, I'll start with you. You saw that, well, the plans have changed for you on Saturday, December the 13th. You're going to be facing Oliver Gray, and I also want to pose that very same question to you that's been posed to every single other interviewee. What would you do if you were in Cato's position?
First, I do want to touch on your first question. You see, I'm excited for Saturday. Initially, I was upset because the Central Pennsylvania Championship, that's my baby. But I do know that I'm going to get an opportunity at that same championship next Wednesday, so I'm not too bothered. In fact, I'm excited at the prospect of wrestling Oliver Gray because I've never been in singles competition, tag team competition, anything like that with him. The only time we ever locked horns was in the Rail City Rumble, and that's a very special case. Yeah, we'll go with that. That doesn't count. Oliver Gray, a formidable competitor, one who I have not done a lot of study of, and I'm going to have to look into over the next few days so that I can come prepared and ready to win that match, walk away with the W, and walk into Wednesday with a little bit of momentum. No disrespect intended there. Speaking of disrespect, though, I have no disrespect towards Cato here. He's my trainer. He's like a father to me just as much as he is everyone else here. But I kind of have a good thing going here with Gorgeous Gregory. You see, we've got a bit of a frenemy situation going on, as unique of a term as that is. But I would like to keep this thing going. You see, we're facing the tag team champions tonight. It is a non-title match, but that doesn't mean that we won't be champions in the future. That doesn't mean we won't challenge for those championships again. So the special attraction, Lucio DeVere and Malachi Gage, you are in trouble tonight, and your days are numbered.
All right. Thank you, Low Life James Ross.
Did you notice that I'm the double champ today?
You are. You're
wearing 2 belts, sweetheart.
the
Here, I'll take this one off.
the Imagine Central Pennsylvania Championship and the Dockers Championship. You want okay? I'll give it. I'll give it an
I
old
want
yank.
you to do it. There you
All
go.
right.
There we go.
It's an exciting evening we're having. Gregory, I'm glad that you're in such a good humor because obviously you have a lot on the line on December the 13th.
Trying to lighten up the mood a little.
Not only is your Central Pennsylvania Championship title on the line against the Shape Jake Wiley, but also your career is apparently on the line with that matchup between Cato and the Gavel David Lawless. What are your thoughts leading into not only this matchup here this evening, but your matchup with the Shape Jake Wiley? And what would you do were you Cato in his position?
Well, I'll tell you what's going to happen tonight, sweetheart. Me and my buddy James over here, we are going to run right through the special attraction.
Run right through.
We're going to run right through him.
Right through him.
Just like, I don't know, what's a running back? You watch football?
No, nothing about it.
You're a Lions fan. You like Jahmyr Gibbs, don't you?
Yeah, I love him.
Just like Jahmyr Gibbs. We're going to run right through him. Let's talk about Jake Wiley now. Jake, you run around here. You try to creep people out. You try to intimidate people. Let me tell you something. I am not creeped out easy, and I am not intimidated easy. I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared to fight you. I actually kind of like fighting you a little bit. The only thing I like more than fighting you is beating that little skinny ass of yours. Jake Wiley, this Saturday, you don't stand a snowball's chance in hell, sweetheart, because I'm a generational talent, I'm a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and I will always be the main character of Imagine Wrestling. And if you want to get my opinions on what I would do if I were Cato, you're going to have to wait until after the match because I plan on calling Cato out to this ring and telling him exactly what he needs to do after this match. How about that, Jimmy?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first. Apparently, there is going to be a face-off between our chief executive officer here at Imagine Wrestling, Cato, and our current Central Pennsylvania champion, Gorgeous Gregory, after this matchup. But before we get to that, we got to bring out your current Imagine Tag Team Champions. They are the father and son team of the Enigma Lucio DeVere and the Sideshow Psycho and Carney King, Malachi Gage. They are the Special Attraction!
Ladies and gentlemen, your tag team champions of the world are here. Shut up.
Well, I know my role. All right, it is the Special Attraction, the current.
We got the fresh paint job.
Beautiful.
On Mary the Mallet as well.
Mary Mallet looks very good. I guess I'll speak to you first. Malachi Gage, what would you do if you were in Cato's position for Saturday, December the 13th?
Let me think about that. Let me think. Let's be honest here for a second. Who gives a shit about Cato and Gorgeous Gregory, man?
Come on, don't be dirty.
No. Let's be real. Really, though, who cares? Who cares? If there was a way for both of them to leave the company, that's the option that I vote for. Those guys are not part of my plan. Those guys are not grand plan material. These championship title belts, they are made of grand plan material. This jacket, grand plan material. These shoes, grand plan material. Talking about my grand plan. There's 3 other guys that are not grand plan material. You're talking about the classic rockers, Chris Sands, Jimmy the Hippie, and you are talking about the world beater, Chris Coleman. And this Saturday, I hope sincerely that their plans for 2026 do not involve Imagine Wrestling. Because after Magnus Knox and the Special Attraction put a beat down on them this Saturday in Altoona, they'll never show their faces in this company again.
No, you say they're not grand plan material. We don't even know what the grand plan is. Do you want to help us out a little?
You wouldn't understand.
You're probably right about that. Enigma Lucio DeVere, I am glad that you're here because obviously there has been a vehicular assault.
Let him speak tonight.
Yeah, well,
let him speak tonight.
Somebody shanked Jimmy the High Flying Hippie right in the Goodyear. Was that you?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Jimmy's tire. Someone's trying to frame me. They're trying to set me up. Probably the same person that has cut me off all these times the past couple months. Every time I've tried to talk about the special attraction, the greatest tag team anywhere, the greatest father-son duo anywhere in the world. We are the special attraction, and we are what you came to see.
Well, I asked Malachi Gage a very specific question he didn't seem to want to answer, so I'm going to make it a little more personal for you, Enigma Lucio DeVere. If you were you in Cato's position and Gorgeous Gregory was Malachi Gage, your son, in his position, well, what would you do then?
I wouldn't lose. I wouldn't. It's probably more important that I stay than Malachi. Well, I mean, hold on. I would do whatever it takes to protect my son, to protect my special boy. I mean, he's the best son in the world. Have you seen him? The best son anyone could ever ask for. That's why we're the special attraction. Are you trying to cause problems with us?
Nope.
You're trying to put a wedge in between me and my son? We don't have any problems. We're the best father and son duo anywhere. There's a reason we have these tag team titles. There's a reason we're who everyone came to see.
All right, fair enough.
Whatever you're doing, maybe you're the one trying to set this all up.
I don't drive wedges. I don't like wedges. I don't even like a wedge salad. No, that match is right after this.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Chapter 277's main event. We have the current Imagine Tag Team Champions, the Special Attraction, not defending, non-title match against your Central Pennsylvania champion, Gorgeous Gregory, and the Low Life, James Ross.
Your referee for this contest, the result of not getting enough oxygen at birth, that's going to be referee John Williams.
Well, I'm going to ring the bell because this is already starting off hot here tonight, Jimmy. What do you think about Lucio DeVere just basically throwing his hands up and saying, I'm not your guy, I didn't snap his tire?
He also tried to imply it was the same person that's not giving him interview time on this show,
yeah,
which could be a multitude of people.
When has he ever been known as being trustworthy? That's my first question.
I'll tell you the one thing I did believe, that he put himself before he put his son. I guarantee you that. I've seen that in the past.
Uh-oh, what's about to happen here? Lucio DeVere getting out of dodge. Gorgeous Gregory's got to get out. Oh, low bridge for the Low Life. Right in front of us here, Jimmy.
He went down on the floor hard. There's Lucio DeVere.
Come on, get him in the ring, Lucio.
Hey, I wonder where Lucio's parked. I should leave the desk here for a minute.
Yeah.
Pay him back.
I actually know what he drives. It's a, back to the action here. We got Malachi Gage on top of the Low Life, James Ross, raining down some big shots to the top of the head there. And now pulling his hair. Hair pulling Wednesdays here. Is this going to be the last hair pulling Wednesday for Mike Zeke and Jimmy the High Flying Hippie as your hosts? I hope not.
Yeah, big night coming up this Saturday, Mike Zeke. Not just for myself and Chris Sands and Chris Coleman as we face the Special Attraction of Magnus Knox, but this whole company is about to change either outcome. We almost had outcome right there, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, just a 2 count.
Referee John Williams adjusts his belt. That's not a belt, that's the Equator high tag from the Special Attraction.
And comes Malachi Gage, your Carney King. Talks about his grand plan shoes. I don't know what he was going on about earlier, about all the material that he wears. It's all part of his grand plan.
I know one thing about their grand plan. Part of their plan here as a tag team is cutting this ring off, and they do it very well. Week after week here, I get to sit and scout the tag team I will be facing this weekend, and they are masters of keeping things at their end of the court, so to speak, Mike Zeke.
Yeah. Gorgeous Gregory just called Lucio DeVere a pansy. Just in case anybody at home didn't hear that. Going for the cover. 1, 2. Just a 2 count for Malachi Gage.
So do you think Malachi Gage paints his hammer and then Lucio paints his face with the same paint?
No way. You think they use the same paint?
There's no way. That's sanitary. Big elbow to the back of the skull. Right at the top of that base of that neck.
Yeah, very much a 12-6 elbow to the back of the neck of the lowlife James Ross.
A very functioning unit to Special Attraction.
No!
Double backbreaker. Not for nothing, though. We've seen Gorgeous Gregory and James Ross a couple times now, and they function also very well as a tag team for being a little impromptu.
Gorgeous Gregory's going to let his emotions get the best of him here. Now, Malachi just instructing his daddy on what to do next. His daddy called him his special boy. Hey! Inside cradle! Small package, I'm sorry. 1, 2. Hey, there's another one! Referee John Williams has got to get into there a little bit quicker.
A very crafty and unpredictable James Ross.
Oh, come on, just choking him. Come on, ref.
Malachi Gage losing his cool here, losing his temper as John Williams loses his voice. Blatant choke right out here in front of us. Great shot by our camera crew. Special Attraction in full control here.
Oh, no, Jimmy just raking the back of the lowlight.
Referee John Williams getting visibly frustrated with this match here.
Snap bear there. Nice front face lock there. Firmly in control, has him dead center in the ring. Referee John Williams making sure it's a legal choke here.
Flattened all the way out there, both men. You know, this is a fight ender, Mike Zeke. A deep front face lock, chancery,
in tight.
Guillotine, whatever you want to call it, man. You can win a fight with one of these.
Well, James Ross trying to walk himself in. Malachi Gage back into his neutral corner.
Oh, he's almost there.
Oh, dude, he's close. He's right there. Here we go. Gorgeous Gregory got the tag. Here we go. And now referee John Williams, come on. Unbelievable, Jimmy.
Lucio DeVere creates a minor distraction and seizes the opportunity here, drags James Ross all the way back and places him under the turnbuckle in their corner.
Unbelievable.
Any ground gained there by James Ross was just lost in that moment, thanks to Lucio DeVere being the scumbag that he is.
Special Attraction firmly in control here. Just having their way and toying with the lowlife James Ross. Gorgeous Gregory still down on the outside. Whoa! Up and over goes the lowlife. Reversal. And Joe Manic, and he's back in. Both men down. Who's going to get to their feet first, Jimmy?
I don't know. This Special Attraction has two men still in this match. Gorgeous Gregory off that apron still.
And comes Lucio DeVere. Lowlife looking for the tag. Gorgeous Gregory still down on the ground. You got a push off. Down goes Lucio. Greg's up. There's that tag. Gorgeous Gregory's in. Here we go. Double clothesline for the Special Attraction. And another one.
Great timing there by the Frenemies. Exactly the moment they needed. They seized it.
Oh, man. There's a lot going on right now, Jimmy.
He just smeared the paint of DeVere.
Here we go. Big double cross body.
The Special Attraction taken out by the main character.
Showtime, sweetheart.
And you hear him. Gorgeous Gregory says this is it.
Going to put him away with a DDG. We're looking for that sad valley driver? No, I don't think so. being a part of the tag team division, Jimmy, yourself, I mean, what would this mean for Gorgeous Gregory and the lowlife James Ross? I mean, think about this, though. They get a victory. Oh, he got pulled down off the apron. Malachi Gage playing the spoiler here. Go ahead, sorry.
It's his non-title match. This would be a huge statement by a very functionable tag team here, as we're saying. Malachi Gage back in there to ruin the fun.
Look at this combination of the murder ride and the darkness falls.
They got all of it, too.
Oh, hey! Tit for tat, how about that? Up and over goes the lowlife.
Oklahoma roll.
That's it! Look at that! Lowlife James Ross. Gorgeous Gregory.
What a
have
statement.
pinned the tag team champions, Jimmy.
They pinned the tag team champions in a non-title match. And that could have changed this Saturday for me, Mike Zeke.
Yeah, dude, Malachi Gates thought Gorgeous Gregory was the legal man, and he was not. It was indeed the lowlife James Ross.
Things really falling apart there at the end for the special attraction.
But what's this mean if, he gets a Central Pennsylvania Championship opportunity against James Ross next Wednesday, but what happens if Cato wins Saturday? Gregory's gone.
Before we get to that, Cato said he was going to confront, Gregory said he was going to confront Cato here, didn't he?
Yeah,
He was calling him out.
He definitely said he was going to bring him out. Some,
Great showing by these two men, though.
Frenemies are clearly friends at the moment.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. All right, sweetheart. Business has been accomplished. Now it's time for business part 2. Cato, I'm going to need you to come out here right now. Come on. We've been needing to have a talk for a couple weeks. Listen, when you're thinking about what you're going to do on the 13th, I don't want you to think about me, okay? I've made a name for myself outside of Imagine. I've had, probably 70 matches here. Cato, in 4 years, I've had 500 matches. I don't need you to tell me that I'm going to be okay. I know I'm going to be okay. I know I'm ready. You're a father to me. I'm a son to you. I love you like a father. You're not my real dad, but you know what I mean. You have daughters, right? Legitimate daughters. They're your own. I know it's hard to watch your daughters grow up and move out, go to college, make their own lives for each other, right? It's hard. I've worked my whole life for this, Cato. I'm looked at as one of the best of my generation. You know I'm ready. Go take your grandkids fishing. Go take them on the dirt bikes. Go take them on the quads. Do what you need to do to be happy. Let me handle this. I'm not ready to go yet. I can take this place to the next level, and you know it. Let me stay. Please. I got a lot left to give to this place. I mean it. Seriously. You'll be okay. All of this will be okay. It'll all get taken care of. I promise.
You will be okay. What I need first is for all of you to continue to support Imagine Wrestling into the future. Mike and Donnie are going to fight. Braden, Greg, Classic Rockers, James Ross are all going to fight. I know what's ahead of me. I know what I've got to do. You got to stay. These guys are going to be okay. But I know how I can leave this place with my head held high. Lawless, I'm going to beat you down. I'm going to beat you down so far that there's no way that you can win this match. And then when it's over, I'm going to pull you on top of me. I'm going to pull you on top of me and have the referee count to 3. There's your spoiler for Saturday night. But just know, Lawless, and everyone will know that you didn't earn it. I just want to say thank you to all of Imagine Wrestling for being part. Thank you to all of my guys. I love all of you. I love all of you. And I'll miss you. Thank you.